Hi, Bill. I was just going to point you off to my my page here with some tips page, which I put a link to, but I just realized that some of the Microsoft tips are actually showing Dreamweaver, so I'm going to go through those and make sure that's sorted out. But let me just run through this quickly, and I'll get it. So icons at the top, and then we'll delete those. You don't know the appropriate ones. They're called Font Awesome icons. So in a nutshell, we go to our social icons, flip the page over to Code View, and right here we have the link to your social page. So Facebook, for me, it'd be i3D Themes. So you just have to put in your account name after these links here to get it updated. But where do you get the actual icon from? Well, you have to do this in code, and you actually have to replace the icon right here. And you get that from Font Awesome. So we pull up a web browser. We go to the Font Awesome website. Just go to Google, Font Awesome. So, Font Awesome GitHub, down there. Anyways, and then you go to the icons and go right down to the bottom where the branding is. Sorry if I'm going really fast here, but I've got a lot of questions to run through. There's all your branding icons. If you want to go with Bitbucket, we'll use this as an example. You just find the icon you want, you click it, then you copy this stuff in red here, FA Bitbucket. You copy that. You go back to your page, and you copy the FA, boom, right over there. So you just replace the whole FA just like that. And of course, then you change the link to bitbucket.com and then the name of your account, or whatever the account you would use. And that's how to update the social icons. Yeah, you know what? That's because, yeah, I did send you a link. So by the sounds of it, you didn't get the link to my page for the updated instructions. Let me just take you there. Okay, I'm going to resend this link in the ticket, but I'll hyperlink it because I realized I didn't actually provide a hyperlink to it. It was just a static address. The difference with this is an updated set of tutorials that go along with the components in the last few templates, the V3, we call them the Gen 11 V3s. And more specifically, things like the off-canvas menu, the website name, tagline, graphic logo, icon, that's all right here. So it'll show you where to insert your graphic logo, okay, how to make that happen, how to update all the other global components. But something we've done differently with this one is we've actually done tips and tutorials by page. For example, here's the index page. We have the what we call the BS welcome, and if you look at the video, it'll actually show you what part of the site, right? Here's the video background. Here's the index, the jump to section menu if you have one, the skill progress bar, and right here, cell phone images. That question is going to come up, and there's an actual video that goes there. But I just noticed, and I'm going to have to get these fixed, is these links are all going to the same thing. So these are broken, and I have to get those sorted out for you. Nobody's actually mentioned that to me yet. Probably because I've been looking at the Dreamweaver instructions, and these are the Microsoft instructions. So, anyways, this page here has all the information on getting things done. But let me just quickly run through this and see what I can do here. Graphic logo, you're going to put that. You're going to open this page up here, flip it to Code View, and you're going to replace this with your image. So basically, you're going to just go find your image, wherever that may be. You're going to drag it into the page, but do it in... pop it in, do it like you normally would, right? And then when you're done, just make sure that there's no P tag wrapped around it, and then you can get rid of all the other junk in the page. So you just need the image tag here, and then the body and the body tag. Okay. Underneath the breadcrumb carousel, we didn't have the text reading. See what's new. There's an animated message. Okay, quick tip for you, because you know what? I didn't actually see this in SharePoint Designer. In Expression Web and all other editors, that text is actually visible. So here's what you do for now. Double-click on a piece of text like this, flip it to Code View, and right above, welcome to our new, and then boom. And the reason why it's not showing up is probably because we actually have it set to hide at the very start and then fade in down. Okay, so you can just flip to Code View, and there is the welcome to our new, and then Marvel, you can just change those two lines right there. Okay, sorry I didn't notice that. Breadcrumb, there are 4 places for content heading. I understand how to update those headlines, but where do I go to replace leaf icon? And I'm going to show you in your page here, there are a few different leaf icons or icons you can use. So basically a heading like this, right? You'll actually, what I suggest you do is just have it previewed in a web browser at the same time in another page and go, okay, so here, oh, this silly leaf icon, what do I do with it, right? Well, just find the same piece of content, right? And then what you can do is just flip to code view, and right above it, whenever you see an I class, this is that font awesome thing I talked about. See this FA leaf? Yep. Guess what you do? You go back to font awesome, find whatever icon you want to use in place. Let me just see here. Ball. What do we have for ball? That's pretty close to a golf ball, but you could probably use that. We'll use this as an example. Just click it, copy the FA, all this stuff in red, but not the quotes, and you go back to your thing here, and then you copy this in place of the FA leaf. If you see this stuff here, that's a sizing class. Leave that alone. Don't overwrite that, or you're going to get a really, really small icon. Or you can change it to, you can change them around 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5x, and it'll change the size. But that's all you have to do. Yeah, so that there. Okay. Okay, you don't really have use for the progress bar, although it's cool. That's great to hear. And you can actually delete this. Now, just like anything, say you're working on the index header video, just like a copy of the page before you start making changes. Right? Say you don't want to delete, you want to get rid of something, but you're not sure if you're ever going to need it again. Just make a copy of the page, stuff it into the pages folder somewhere or wherever you want, create a new folder and hide it away. Right? But basically, make a copy. There's the copy of the page. Just go hide it somewhere so if you ever need stuff back, you can drag it back in. But you can get rid of entire sections. Okay? And how do you do that? Oh, put your cursor in here, anywhere within this section here. Okay? And now what you're going to do is you're going to use the quick tag selector up top. And you're going to look for the DWT editable. Then you're going to go to the very right and the first div that you see, click, delete, gone. That's it. Whole section gone. The cool thing is, with that method that I just did there, when you do the click and it highlights and selects the whole thing, you can actually do an edit, copy, and you can go to another page and paste that into another page. Just thought I'd tell you that. So that's gone. Index page goes on forever, and you're absolutely right. It's to showcase the versatility and all the bits and pieces. The index page is like the kitchen sink. We've thrown it all in there. And definitely, we've put it into sections like I just demonstrated there. We put everything, all these little bits and pieces into sections so that if you don't want a section, you just go, I don't need all this. I don't need this junk right here. Right? So let's say the team counter right here. I just go and click on the section 1, and I hit delete on the keyboard. Whole thing's gone. Let's say I don't want this one here. Editable, section, it only grabs that one that I have my cursor in. I delete, and it's gone. So it's broken down into sections to make it easy to remove entire chunks without going into code and getting, stuff all muddled up. So leaf, I already covered the leaf thing. Basically, select your text, flip it to code, and there you go. With newer editors, when I did the video instructions and I was talking about these things, you can actually sort of select here, right? And there's it actually shows up on the edit tag. It actually shows the icon in there somewhere, but I'm not seeing it show up here. So, anyways, I have to do it the old-fashioned way. 2 cell phones slide again. You need to replace those. Okay, well, the tutorial's online, although it does show it in Dreamweaver, so I'll have to update that. But let me show you what it is and how to go about sorting it out. And something else new which I've done with the templates, which I think is hopefully a logical step, is because we're using a lot of different elements within different pages, we're using different images and different components and different stuff to really help sort of bring the site a little bit more to life. I've done 2 things. I've got style sheets that are specific to some pages. So I have site styles, and now I've added a pages folder. So any page in the site that has a requires certain or special styles that no other page in the website needs. I've just created a special style sheet to add that in, so that way, you know, we can do special things without bogging down every other page in the site. Same with the images. We still have the site, we still have the themed images folder, but I've added pages. And in here are all the different pages in your site. Okay, and if we go into the index, let me see here. Right, so that's sort of anything special for a page, like if we have the call today, and then we have a background image, just in case you're wondering. Right, excuse me. But up here we have the backgrounds folder, which is new as well. And if we open that up, we have different backgrounds that we use, and two of the images would be the cell phone background left and the cell phone background right. So that is the two images you'd want to change. And if you need help with that, just let me know. We can do that. You send your pics our way, and we'll put some new stuff in there. We've done some really cool stuff with these, like Chris did Zambonis the other day for a customer. It looked really awesome. So that's what. Anyways, these are the two pictures you need to change. You can just create two new ones, call them cell phone BG left, cell phone BG right, although they're probably not cell phones. And the image sizes on this is, let me get the picture proper. 304 by 500, and this one is 304 by 500. So it's 304 pixels wide by 500 pixels tall for both of them. Okay, near the bottom of the page, really social slider, yeah. Icons used. When I tried to delete the icon from Tumblr, all the other icons have stopped showing. How should I delete one or more of those icons? Or troubleshooting videos and show that in the back to the prior tables. Okay, yeah, social. That is the library, components, carousels, and it's going to be the social, I believe it is, right here. Okay, so when you're deleting, let's say Tumblr, okay, let's just go to the code, and what you need to do, everything in these, and see there's there's so many different carousels used in different pages. The guide, the link to the guide that I'm sending you will actually help. This page uses this carousel, this page uses this carousel. But when you're deleting things, all the carousels are broken down into what we call slides. So whether it's a social icon, an image, a quotation, a testimonial, whatever it is, it's wrapped in an item or it's wrapped in a slide. We call them slides, but they're actually wrapped in these div containers of item. Just find the Tumblr, for example, and then delete the entire slide. Because if you just deleted a piece of it somewhere, the rest of the junk will be left behind. So you want to make sure you delete the entire slide. So do it in code view, slide to slide, just delete, and you're good to go. Once you get a little bit off the interior, yeah, the interior pages, they are easier because they're a lot more. They have a couple of components. Once you go through a couple, you'll find it sort of a little bit easier. But yeah, you're right. The index page was there as a full-on. You could even use the index page as a one-page landing page. I mean, the rest of the pages you could have a really small site with no other pages other than the index page if you really wanted to. But anyways, I hope that helped.